Hello, my name is JD, also known as JD Beauty, and on this channel we talk about all things beauty. And oh my god, I was gone for a month again. Oh my god. Okay, listen. Every time I disappear, it's for one of three reasons. Either I was sick, I was busy, or tragedy struck. Okay? That one time in July, it was all three. July/August. But this time I was sick. Yeah. 3 weeks straight. After Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving, I thought I was hungover, and then it turns out I was not hungover. I was dying, and then I remained sick for the next almost month. Still not even entirely not sick. It's whatever. That's besides the point. Anyway, back now. Hey, how you doing? I was supposed to record this yesterday. Today's Sunday. It's Monday for you, but today's Sunday for me. I was supposed to record on Saturday, but I just, like, my brain just forgot that it was Saturday. And I sat on the couch for like 10 hours straight with my mom, and I was playing Minecraft, and she was just chilling. It was like, whatever, besides the point. But I'm back, so it's time to get into the makeup. So for today, we are going to be doing my top makeup products of 2025. I did this last year in December for 2024, and I'm gonna do it again this year. And some of the products might be the same. Don't know. But yeah, just gonna get into the makeup and whatnot. I lost my hair tie, so I guess I'm just gonna put my hair back with this thing. Oh, my hair is different. Again, you usually have the ginger/blonde going on, and then I dyed it black for Comic-Con, and then I tried to bleach it back so I could do ginger again. But for some reason, because I'm an idiot, I did roots first instead of ends first, so I ran out of bleach by the time I got to the ends, so now I got this effect going on, which honestly I don't hate. Black ends, bleached roots, whatever. It's cool. Anyway, hair back. So first and foremost, this year I finally tried my first primer. So because I have only tried one, there's only one candidate for the best primer for me. And that would be the Maybelline Jelly Poreless Hydrating 24-hour something primer. Again, it's the only one I've ever used. Well, not ever, but you know what I mean. So it's the only candidate for best primer of 2025 to me. It helps your makeup stick. It doesn't have a smell, and it doesn't irritate my skin. What more could you ask for, Literally, what more could you ask for? So while I let that dry a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and go into the foundation and color corrector, which I have to show both at the same time because I need to mix my foundation. So last year my favorite foundation was e.l.f. This year it is Maybelline. It's gonna be a lot of Maybelline, okay? They really impressed me. It was crazy. Maybelline Fit Me, and this is in shade 334/Warm Sun. And I am olive toned. You guys helped me figure that out earlier this year. Time is kind of confusing to me right now. Everything is confusing to me. I cried the other day so bad, it was crazy. But you know what, while I mix this, I'll tell you all about it. My mom, Bailey's Budget. Is there an S on there? I would like to believe there is. Bailey's Budgets. She, one of her subscribers sent her some Happy Mail, a little fan mail or whatever, and I was with her while she was opening it all up. It was a bunch of stuff for helping her budget and whatnot, and then at one point we opened one up, and it was an envelope full of $2 bills, and we were like, oh, what the heck, like, you just sent us money? It's crazy. My subscribers don't send me money, besides the point. So we were like, what the heck is that? And so we counted it up, and it was $66, and we were like, that's a really random number. Turns out, she sent a note with it that said, I hope I was right in that your father/my grandfather was 66 when he passed. So I wanted to send $66 in twos. I cried, she cried, we cried together as a team. And that was just that, right? Continued on with my day. I went to work, I went to my job. At my job, I was listening to one of my favorite streamers play a game, God of War Ragnarok to be specific, which is one of my favorite games. But in that game, one of my favorite characters dies. And as I'm listening to the scene of him dying, it's like my brain was like, who else is dead? Boom, tears, sobbing at work. I've been learning a lot about how grief just continues. It just continues, man. I mixed the foundation with the e.l.f. Camo Color Corrector in shade Green, which is, again, the only color corrector I have used, so I canned it. You know, it's the best to me because it's the only one. I really enjoy the way that my neighbors are blasting music outside right now. I've actually never wanted anything more than for them to blast music outside of my house. Anyway, yeah, cried very bad. It was a lot. I've said it before. Losing my grandfather was the first loss in the family where, like, it meant something to me. We've had losses in the family before, but I wasn't close to them. I loved them, but I wasn't close, so it didn't affect me in a way, in the way that it affected the rest of my family, at least. So I'm really learning how long grief lasts. Turns out it lasts a freaking long time, everyone. Did you know that? Was everyone aware that it lasts so long? Because I sure wasn't. So yeah, grief has been interesting. I really thought that it was going to be a one and done deal, you know? Maybe every once in a while I would think about it and I'd be like, oh man, really miss that guy. Didn't think that it would just be like the whole end half of my year was spent being sad. Who knew, you know? I mean, probably like everyone else who has ever experienced grief in the world, but it's my first time, man. I'm new to this. What in the gosh darn heck is that? Alright, back to the topic at hand. Maybelline foundation surprisingly ended up being my top foundation of the year. And it's not surprisingly because I didn't think it'd be good, it's just surprisingly because, like, Maybelline is like an OG cheap brand, you know? Kind of expect them to stop caring about their products after a while. Considering the state of the world, you kind of just stop expecting quality out of most brands at this point. I would say no shade, but there is shade. There is a lot of shade there. Corporations no longer care about us as people, they only care about making money. And it's not that that's a new concept, you know? It's just that they used to be a little bit more secretive about it. Now it's like, they're just like, hey, by the way, I don't care about you. Spend your money or else. So now we're gonna go in with my favorite concealer of the year. If we're being completely for real, my favorite concealer that I used this year was the Catrice True Skin concealer, but I need to buy more of that. Also, the doe foot broke. That kind of takes the ranking down a little bit. Besides the point. Anyway, we're gonna go in with the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer in shade Warm Honey. Everything's always warm, and I'm not, you know? And like, I should mix that with some green. Not going to though, so we're just gonna go ahead. So besides my seemingly constant ongoing struggle with the concept of grief, I've really just been working. I've just been working and hating it, but you know, it's the only option I have for reasons that I will not explain. But sometimes you gotta hate your job and make money, you know? Before I took my little break, because I was very sick, somebody commented on one of my reels and was like, oh my god, your base is so good. We need a tutorial on it. And it's like, the reel that you commented on is attached to the video that I got the clip from, which was a tutorial on how I did. I appreciate all of the people who watch my reels. I just feel like I wish that you would click on the actual video that is attached to it, you know? This is wrong. I was supposed to be using Maybelline. I'm an idiot. I was thinking that this doesn't seem like the right shade, and it wasn't. I was not supposed to be using NYX. I was supposed to be using Maybelline. Okay, we're gonna, it's fine. We're Maybelline in shade Caramel. We're gonna go over it. We're just gonna go over it, and we're gonna pretend that didn't happen. Yeah, that makes so much more sense. Wow. We're just gonna go over everything that I just did with Maybelline now. It felt wrong the whole time that I was putting it on. I'm like, it's barely showing up on my face, dude. This makes so much more sense. Wow. Look at the difference. Only thing I don't like about the Maybelline concealer is how small the doe foot is, which is okay in most areas, but I do have a large forehead. So when it's time to cover my forehead, it takes a minute. Okay, that's not it. That's not it. Everyone calm down. Favorite concealer, right? But also must go back in with the LA Colors Ultimate Cover Concealer in shade Golden? golden. And we put this is my lightest concealer that I own, which was a bad thing in the LA Colors video, but because I'm using it as just a highlight color, put that in the inner corner, up the side of my nose a little bit. Have I been covering myself the entire time? If I have, don't tell me. I'm like, I don't even want to know at this point. And we'll put just a hint in the center of my forehead, just to brighten it up a little bit. And the same thing on the chin. Oh, JD, now it's time to blend. Fool. No. Now we move on to my favorite setting powder. No. Spray. Setting spray of the year. Again, Maybelline, the Lasting Fix Spray. This just, it keeps it in place. I can't wait to try one size setting spray if it's ever not sold out. If you are not in the position that you were in before that cut, ignore it. Do not bring it up. Don't even look at it. Don't even look at me, in fact. My phone ran out of storage. I knew I should have gotten the 500 storage when I first got this phone. And my dad was like, that's so expensive. And he was the one who was paying for it, but now I pay for it, so hey, I should just got the 500. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine. I don't even care. I was talking about the things that are on my mind, which happen to be 2 video games, because if I was unemployed, I promise you all I would be doing would be playing games. Minecraft, I've been playing for the last 5 days. Oh, spray your face, let it dry. Then blend with a damp beauty blender. Rude. Okay. There's the loudest bird outside of my window right now. That's cool. I actually really appreciate it, you know? Blend the not bright part of your face first. Then you will go back in later to blend the brighter parts. What was I saying? Video games. Been playing Minecraft non-stop. The only thing that was stopping me was the fact that I have a job. But weekend came around and I don't have friends. So I was just playing Minecraft the whole time. And then I've been talking about South at Midnight, which is a game with a black female protagonist, so you know that people don't talk about it. Fantastic, beautiful game. I played it earlier this year. Beautiful, fantastic in every way. I'm actually planning on buying an Xbox just to play it again, because my sister gave me her Xbox and then she reneged the gift, because of course she did. That's the person she is. Love you. I know that everyone is like on their PlayStation kick, but I never really left Xbox in the first place. Mostly because it's the only game that I played my whole childhood. Okay, we're back in action again, okay. Lost it for a minute, but we're back. Next, we're gonna go in with both a contour and a bronzer, because the Maybelline foundation in shade Hazelnut was, I bought this to be a contour when I first did my Maybelline video, but it wasn't dark enough. And it was a little bit too cool to be a contour. So instead, I use it as a bronzer, and I go ahead and put that over my whole forehead with this itty bitty little doe foot. I just put it over the whole thing. It takes a minute because it's very small. Guess what? I was supposed to do this with the other one. I'm freaking myself out, man. I'm gonna tweak. Next, we're just gonna pretend this didn't happen. Okay, we're moving on. The Wet n Wild, I know, different brand now, we're getting crazy. The Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contour Stick in shade Hazelnut Spread. We're gonna go ahead and put this in the contour spaces, such as under the cheekbone. And as I always say, that's where I put my contour. If you don't have a cheekbone, I don't know what to tell you about that. I am not a professional, I just work here. Then, under the chin, bring it up the sides a little bit. Why? Don't know. TikToker told me to do it and I started doing it. Then, this is where I'm supposed to put that, under the nose, up the sides a little bit, and then in the inner corners. We're back in business, kind of, sort of. Big contour brush. Bronzer first. Blend into your forehead. Into your hairline. Jesus. Into the hairline first, because it will be very obvious if your makeup stops at your hairline. I've been trying to tell you all for a minute, we can always tell when you're wearing makeup because it stops and there's a ring around your hairline. And if that's what you're into, you do that. I'm just saying that, if you don't want that, then blend it into your hairline a little bit. And then once that's blended, you can go down and start blending your contour. Again, don't know what this does or why I'm doing it. A TikToker told me to do it, and I am very easily influenced by beautiful women. So, oh well. Then I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. blending eye brush. Right? Yeah. Right? Yeah. Right? Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna use this to blend out the contour. Nose contour. Blend it under, and then just kind of take it up the sides a little bit. We don't want to take it all the way up. You can if you want to. I'm just saying that it's not what I'm doing. Then do the top and blend this out. And because I don't have eyebrows, I'm just going to blend it into where my eyebrows would be. And then blend it down the nose of the bridge. Opposite of what I just said. That was way too much on this side, but it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. It's fine. Okay. Now, blush. We're going to go in with the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Cheek and Lip something in shade Coral Dream. I'm going to put that right on top of my cheekbones, basically where I put my bronzer. Then we take the blush brush, and blend that out. I don't know where you put your blush, but I put mine right here. And I blend it down and up like this. Before we set the face, we're gonna set the bronzer and, we're gonna set the liquid blush and liquid bronzer with a powder brush and powder bronzer. Jesus Christ. First, we're gonna use the Catrice Cheek Lover blush in shade Blooming Hibiscus. Use the same blush brush and put it over the blush that we just put on. Just to set it. Boom. Then, we're not done yet. Calm down. We're gonna go in with the NYX Buttermelt bronzer in shade Do Butta, and we're gonna set the liquid bronzer. A lot of things going on in my brain right now, man. Give me a minute. Now we're gonna do the same thing on the nose. This is not the brush I'd be using at all. This is definitely not the brush I'd be using. I think I'm the only one that's confused right now, man. Everything's fine. Okay, we're back in order. Now, we're gonna move on to setting powder, which one I need everything to get out of my way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. First up, we're gonna go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Setting Powder in shade Medium. I'm gonna take some of that and pat. Then, first, inner corners of my eye. That's going to help strengthen our nose contours and also fix up any mistakes that I did, because I for surely did. And I want those inner corners to be strong. Now, put more coverage on the whole thing rather than just the front. And you get to work. You go to town on the rest of your face. This setting powder is honestly just so soft and mesmerizing. That's the only way I can explain it, honestly. It really brings everything together. Now, do I think that I'm supposed to put on the powder first and then put on my powder, cream, and bronzer? Yeah, but I do things my way because I'm not a professional and I just work here. Set side, not set side. It just really adds a level of smoothness, you know, it brings it all together. Face set. Now, I did actually have two. Don't worry, everything's fine. Don't worry about it, don't look. I did actually have two favorite powders, which the other one was the e.l.f. Halo Glow, which honestly, I can survive without it. It's fine, but I wanted to show you because it is also my favorite. Now, for eyebrows, it gets a little tricky because what is under my nails? I need to cut my nails. This is a reminder to myself to cut my nails. What was I saying? Oh, next would be eyebrows, but my favorite eyebrow product of the year was by Catrice. Catrice Cosmetics, or whatever the full name is. I don't know. I'll here picture. But I ran out of it. And the next best option that I have is Maybelline. But I actually don't really like that one. I just reinforce it with some lip liner that makes it look better. So we're not even gonna pretend, you know? And just for gigs and giggles, we're gonna go ahead and put on some LA Color Strobing Illuminating Powder in shade Champagne. This is pretty much the only highlighter that I use. Sometimes I use shimmer eyeshadow as highlighter, but we're just gonna go ahead and put these in a corner on the nose. Cupid's bow. What's next? Don't know. I guess technically it would be eyeshadow, but I haven't been using eyeshadow. But just for the plot, I'm gonna go back in with the bronzer, because when I do feel like using eyeshadow, but I don't, like when I want the effect of eyeshadow, but I don't actually want eyeshadow, I just go in with some bronzer. Take this hairbrush right here, a little bit of bronzer, and then just put it where eyeshadow would go, hypothetically. Not gonna lie, shaving my eyebrows off was like the best thing that I've done in my entire life. Something slight, something simple, easy breezy, easy peasy breezy, beautiful, easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. My God, I think I just had a stroke. Next up, it's time to go in for the lips. Moisturize your lips. Very important step, do not forget it. I will be able to tell if you forget it. I'll be trying to put lip gloss over crusty lips. Exfoliate, moisturize, then do your lips, okay? Trust me, I literally just sat in the bathroom and scrubbed the crap out of my lips until I got all the dead skin off. It's a very important step. I will kill you. It's a very important step of the process. So, first up, we're gonna go in with the Maybelline Lifter Liner in shade Cross the Line. I told you it's gonna be a lot of Maybelline, man. I don't know what else to say. They really impressed me. Alright. Next. Oh man, we're really getting down there. One size lip snatcher, I think is what it's called, in shade Coin Collector. And we're just gonna outline what I already did. Very small, very thin. Be gentle. Boom. Nothing crazy, just a little something. Then we're gonna go in with the, I know I'm gonna say it again, the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in shade Topaz. Go ahead and put this over that. Got it. Everyone be calm. Honestly, this just smells good. And it's a pretty color. It just like lays over this combo so well. Now we go back in with the Maybelline Lasting Fix Spray and we set this. And that's it. That is my face. And that is my top favorite products of 2025. Everything that I did today, everything that I put on today, aside from the green camo color corrector from e.l.f., everything was bought online from the actual stores like Maybelline.com, e.l.f.com, NYX.com. I mean, well, whatever. You know what I mean, though. From the websites of those people. But you can buy most of them in stores. Most of these are drugstore brands. I'm actually pretty sure all of these are drugstore brands, so you can get most of them at drugstores. You can also buy them from Amazon, Sephora, like, you can, the moral of the story is, everything that I've shown you today was cheap, okay? Because that's the whole point of my Full Face to First Impressions series. Everything is cheap. But yes, those were my favorite products of the year. Oh, that felt good. It felt really good to take that off. Please feel free in the comments below to tell me what your favorite makeup products of the year were, if any. And it doesn't matter if you have a full face of it. If you just have one thing that you really messed with this year, even if it was just lip gloss, if it was some mascara that you really messed with, some eyeliner, whatever floats your boat, whatever tickles your fancy, whatever rocks the boat. That might not be a good one. I don't know. Anyway, feel free to tell me what your favorite products of the year were, and if you have any. But that does bring us to the end of the video. So if you liked it, make sure to like the video. Subscribe. You may think that you're subscribed. Make sure you check though, because sometimes you see somebody constantly pop up on your feed and you just keep on watching the videos, but you realize you were never subscribed to them in the first place. Make sure you just check. Just check. Comment. I like seeing your comments. Man, I like it. You guys don't comment often, but when you do, I really enjoy it. If you want to support me in any way, you can check my description down below. I have my Amazon wish list down there. There's a couple of makeup products on there if you ever just want to, purchase something and have it sent directly to my house so that I can wear it for a video. You never know, I need to add more stuff on there, but for now it's like 5 things, maybe less on there. I also have my email for reasons. I don't know. You know, maybe one of you want to like have a personal conversation with me, email, or maybe, you know, a brand might one day reach out to me and be like, wow, JD, you're so beautiful and pretty and funny and charismatic. You should really like be a brand ambassador or PR. We would like to send you PR, you know, because you're so beautiful and funny and smart and pretty and whatnot. Anyway, but that does of course bring us to the end of the video, which of course means that I do not have an outro, I never do have an outro, I probably never will have an outro. At this point, not having an outro is my outro. However, makeup, man, just, you know, I like it. Sometimes people are shocked that I like it because of my personality. You know, I've always been a little bit of a tomboy, pretty masculine and whatnot, but makeup's still fun, and makeup can be fun for you. And if it's not fun for you, I mean, I appreciate the fact that you're here anyway, I guess. I don't know. Now I'm rambling. Bye. Hello, my name is JD, also known as JD Beauty, and in this channel we talk about almost had it. When I disappear, just know that it's for one of 3 reasons. Either I was sick, I was busy, I had a 3rd one. And in the comments below, please be sure, please be free. Please feel free. Maybe it's time for me to stop talking today. But that does bring us to the end of the video, which of course means that I do not have an outro, I never do have an outro. At this point, not having an outro is my outro. That wasn't right. But that does bring us to the end of the video, which of course means that I do not have an outro, I never do have an outro. I probably never will have an outro.